Every single guy that I have coached has had this exact same problem. Being, listen up. You see this girl, you muster up the courage and you actually approach her. But now, maybe the first sentence you practice really, really well, maybe it comes out even a little bit confident, and she responds okay ish. And now, when she's responding, you're like, fuck. Or maybe you get a couple of questions going and the conversation is going okay, and now all of a sudden your mind goes completely blank. You don't know what you need to do next. It's like you have a complete error. You have no idea what you need to do. You feel hella awkward. You feel stifled. You feel small. She feels awkward too. Either you bounce, you're like, yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out. Or she feels so awkward and she's like, okay, well, nice to meet you, I guess. Bye. She walks out, never to be seen again. Does this sound familiar? Brother, this video is for you. In this video, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to explain to you exactly why that happens. Because there's a very good logical reason for it, and it's not what you think. Not only am I going to explain to you exactly why this happens, I'm also going to explain to you exactly what you should do to completely destroy this problem. I'm going to give you two very good, deep methods that I have used for all my clients so that you, forever and always, can talk and talk and talk. You'll never run out of things to say. So, listen up. We start with why this is happening. The reason for that, it's a twofold reason basically. One, you literally do not have the words. You literally don't have the framework. You don't know what you need to say. That's a problem, obviously. So that's one. But the second, and most men don't think about this, but this is actually the reason that's more important because the first one is the symptom. This is the problem. This reason being that in that moment, you're under so much pressure and so much stress that you literally cannot access creative parts in your brain. Hear me out. So, you ever heard about the subconscious being like a big chunk and the conscious is only like a tiny chunk? You ever heard about that? So, this is true. And typically, you have this amount of bandwidth. But what happens when you're under stress? It's smaller and smaller and smaller. So, normally you can access X amount, but now when you're talking to a girl, it's smaller. So what you need is you need to get that bandwidth up. Because if you think about it, when you are with your friends, when you're playing video games, when you're whatever, when you're in an amazing mood, do you feel like you need this structure and you don't know what you need to say? Or are you just fucking free flowing? Are you just expressing yourself, having fun, cracking jokes, and are things just going your way? Is the second one. So now the question is, how do you get that bandwidth? Let me tell you something that is very interesting. It turns out that the only people who have more bandwidth than average people are people who are leaders, biological leaders. They come in a different state biologically. And that is very explainable because the only people that would actually need more bandwidth is a leader. Why? Because a follower only thinks about himself. A leader needs to think about him and her and him and her. So he needs more space in his brain because he needs to have more activity, more creativity. He needs to solve the problems. Now we're going to use this information, we're going to use this science so that you can actually use it to your advantage. So what I'm saying, become a leader. In what way? Do I mean you need to lead an army into war? No, dude. You can trick yourself into being a leader. How do you do this? And before you know it, by the way, you're actually going to be a leader because that's how this shit works. How do you do this? The way you do this, what does a leader do? A leader gives. A leader takes care of other people. So what you're going to do when you're going to approach her, instead of you thinking, I need to prove myself, I need to get this conversation going, I need to get the number, I want to take her home, all these things that you I want you to think, I am just going to make her day a little bit better. That's all you need to do. Put yourself in her shoes. I am going to make her day a little bit better. That's the mindset. If you can have that mindset every time, all of a sudden, you have more space. because now it's not just about you, it's actually about the other. So, one more time, I am just going to make her day a little bit better. I don't need anything from her, I'm just there to give. That's the mindset part. That is going to make some space for you to actually use your creativity. Now, let's move into the technique because there is an actual technique here. There's an actual framework that you can use that I've been using for years. All my clients use it and it works like a fucking charm. This is how you're going to achieve a level where you can just talk and talk and talk and talk. Because did you notice that I'm sitting here and I'm not even talking to anyone and I am talking and talking and talking and talking? And I don't script this shit, dude, because if I script this, and it's the same with women, if I script this, it's gonna fuck me up. Because I'm like, oh, I forgot a sentence. I'm like, oh yeah. And then I get confused and I get awkward. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have done that. Or I'm reading it and it's gonna be weird. I'm fucking free flowing. I'm gonna teach you how to do that right here, right now. What you're gonna do, you're going to use a concept that I call free association. Write that shit down, dream it. This is the magic pill, free association. What does it mean? Free association means that you're associating. You're associating subjects to different subjects. This is why you needed that creativity. Because if you don't have that bandwidth, if you're selfish, you can't do this. So this comes first, then this. Free associating. What does that mean? It means our brains have a natural capability to associate things to one another. If I see this phone, I'm thinking about calling. If I'm thinking about calling, I'm thinking about a call center. If I think about a call center, I think about Indian people trying to scam me out of my money. You see what I just did there? I associate. And we all have our own personal associations. This was my train of thought. So that is very important because this is what we're going to use. On top of that, I'm going to tell you exactly what it looks like. But on top of that, one thing that's super important, the bar is very, very low. All of you put the bar way too high. You want to say the perfect thing? The bar is literally here. It's not about what you say. It really isn't. Because we all know this fucking dumb dude that is just, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's killing it with women. And he's just like, you know, I really think that there's this spiritual world. The spiritual world, you know? And when you tap into it, like, you can actually talk to ghosts. You feel me? And the girl, she's like, yeah, I feel you. And you're like, what the fuck? Does that work? And now you say the spiritual world line and it doesn't work. That is because of this. Because you need to put the bar very low. These two together, free association, the bar is very low. Why is the bar so low? Because everything that you say is fucking golden. Why is it golden? Because you're a fucking G. Because you say it. That's why it's golden. Everything you say is fucking golden. The bar is very low because you say it. So the bar is, it's non-existent because you say it and you're golden. Understand that. Write it down, dream it. Now, free association. What does it look like? What I'm going to do now, explain free association, show you what it exactly is, and then I'm going to teach you how to actually use this in a conversation so that you can keep on talking and talking and talking. All right. Free association. As an exercise, what you can do is you can start a sentence. Then what you're going to do is you're going to start a new sentence with the first word of the new sentence going to be the last word of the first sentence. Yeah? You'll see. So, for example, last week I was with my grandmother. I was helping her in the garden. Talking about gardens, I think when I'm old, I would like to get a garden because I think gardening is such a good way to just relax. Talking about relaxing, recently I picked up a meditation. I do it every day for 45 minutes. Talking about 45 minutes, 45 minutes typically is the time that I lay in the bath. I love the bath. It's nice, warm, it relaxes me, and it just makes me think about my father. Not in a weird way, but he used to love the bath. He was such a good father. Talking about my father, this guy absolutely loves soccer. He is such, you see what I'm doing? That's it. I can keep on going literally for hours until I fall asleep. I can just keep on doing this. Do you see how valuable this skill is? Do you see how it's possible that I never run out of things to say because I can free associate? You get it? Now, obviously, when you're with a woman, you're not going to have a complete monologue because yeah, she doesn't like it. So what are you gonna do? You can free associate like this as an exercise. You can do it every day. When you walk on the streets, you look, you see something, you're like, oh, okay, so there's a street light. Oh, street lights make me think about da 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 da. And you just do it in your head or you do it out loud. You can train this every day. You can practice that skill. You can become better at it. That's one. But when you're in a conversation, this is where it really becomes very neat. If a woman says a sentence to you, hey, what did you do last week? She says, last week I helped my grandmother in the garden. Now, you can, there's so many subjects in this one sentence. Last week, that's one subject. You can free associate. Last week, what did you do last week? You can say to her back, last week, really? Last week, actually, I was on a holiday to California. Just saying something. I was helping. Another subject. Really? So you're a helpful person. Me too. Actually, last week I was helping in the homeless shelter. You have another way to have the conversation. My grandmother, another subject, all in the same sentence. My grandmother, your grandmother. Really, I have a grandmother too. She is 90 fucking 6. So old. I hope I get old like that. Another subject. The garden. The garden. Really? Actually, my father has a garden too. He loves gardening. He's growing a lot of weed lately. Another sentence. You see how this is going to completely. You don't have any reasons to not know what to say from now on. If you understand how to free associate, like, listen, if you do these things, if you wrote them down, if you didn't, write them down now, dude, or you will never learn. You have the correct mindset. You're a leader. I'm just gonna make her day a little bit better. The bar is super low. Everything I say is fucking golden because I am a G. If you have that mindset, combined with the skill of free associating, whatever comes up, you can associate to it and create a story. You can share something. You can ask a question. You'll never run out of things to say. Here you have it, dude. This is everything you're ever gonna need to know. Now, if you enjoyed this, there is a free training that I created about how to completely destroy approach anxiety. So, you know that feeling when you see her, you're like, and you like shut down, you don't know what you need to do. I created a free training that's gonna walk you through a complete plan how to destroy approach anxiety and get you to a point where you can just approach anyone at any given time and feel completely relaxed. Because it all starts there. So if you want to check out that training, click on the link in the bio. I put the link there. Click on the link. It's going to be a training. Watch the training. And as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, click on like, subscribe. If you have a question, put down in the comments. I'll make a video about it. And as always, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.